Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario. You in the Yo with your boy. Hey, man, we're going to be taking a look at a new drop from Waves or whatnot. They just dropped a new plugin from their NX plugin line or whatnot. And it's one of these plugins where, you know, you get to have a sense of being in a particular studio space. And, you know, it's kind of like one of these virtual space room spatial reference type of tools or whatnot, man. And this particular NX plugin is called Germano Studios in New York City, which is formerly known as the Hit Factory or whatnot. Now, you probably have heard of the Hit Factory before. It's one of these well sought out studios from the 90s and early 2000s, where a lot of, to be honest with you, a lot of urban artists have went and made hits. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about, you know, some notable names like Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, Bad Boy, Usher, Mariah Carey. I mean, you name it. Those type of names, they went through the Hit Factory or whatnot. And I guess Waves decide, hey, you know what I'm saying? We want to, you know what I'm saying, reference this room and make it a plug-in. So, customers can, get a sense of how their mixes will sound in the Hit Factory. And that's pretty awesome, I have to say, man, you know what I'm saying? Because who's to say, you're going to have a chance to visit the Hit Factory or whatnot, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Some of these plugins that they come out with that's like this is a real good help, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people say in the comments and how they talk about these reference type of plugins. They're really, really helpful when you're in a room that's not properly treated, when you're in a room that's probably more than likely in some type of consumer-based build or whatnot. And you need to have some sense of if you're heading in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying? So this is not the holy grail where it's going to save your mix and do everything like that, but it is a reference tool and it is a spot check tool or whatnot. So today we're just going to take a look at it and see what it is and what it's working with and how it will sound on a mix. And you know what I'm saying, how I used it on this particular mix that I'm working on right now, man. But before we get up into this particular plugin, man, I just want to say thank you to the viewers out there. Thank you to my subscribers, and thank you anyone that comes across this video for your support and stuff like that, man. Without you guys' support, man, content creators can't do what we do, man. So, you know what I'm saying, it's always helpful and beneficial if you hit a like on this video, even comment, and also subscribe and stuff like that. So you already know what to do, man. You know how to work that YouTube app, man. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel and also like this video if you like the content in this video and my other videos as well, man. And God bless you as always and stuff like that, man. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over here in Studio One and check out this plugin right here. This is the Waves NX Germano Studios or whatnot. And it's a pretty cool plugin, man, I have to say. If I'm not mistaken, this plugin may come in 5.1 format or whatnot, for all my surround sound type of people out there. But I mean, most people are monitoring in stereo or whatnot. So this is a stereo plugin, and I have it on the Listen Bus in Studio One. So if you're not familiar with Studio One and the Listen Bus is kind of like a mirrored channel of the main output track, okay, or the main track or whatnot. And you could basically, put these type of plugins far as, reference or, a spectrum meter or, some type of LUFS meter on there, so you don't alter the sound of the main output that's going out to your speakers or, out to tape or whatever the case may be. That's going to be important for us monitoring and also recording or whatnot. So we have this on the Listen Bus. And we'll, Listen Bus, you got to go do your research on that. But the Listen Bus is nothing more than kind of like a Q mix, in my opinion, or whatnot. But it does mirror the output of the main track in Studio One. Now, when you take a look at this plugin, man, you get a nice GUI right here, man. I'm loving the colors, neutral color, earth tone, but neutral at the same time. And from the looks of it, this actually looks like you're in a studio and you're looking at the control room right here in the back, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? From the looks of it, you got a phone right here. Look like we got an SSL console right here. Look like we got a headphone monitoring app. And we got this big old patch bay that's in the wall right there. And then these two big old speakers right here, or monitors that are built into the wall, are called some XCG monitors or speakers or whatnot. And we have also a monitor, TV monitor that's mounted to the wall as well. We got some Yamaha NS10s right here, has some near fields, and then we have some GA2 speakers. Not exactly sure what kind of speakers those are, but you know, they're there. And we also have a pair of headphones right there, man. Now the cool thing about the Waves NX plugins are the way you can rotate the virtual head. So in the middle right here, you'll see this virtual head that's supposed to represent you or me, whatnot. And when you turn this dial right here in the middle, when you turn this dial, what happens is you also get a view of the room that this plugin was modeled and referenced off of. So we're going to I think we're going to the left right now, and you can see that patch bay now is dead center, and you can see, if you look to the right of this plugin, you can see that control room is in your peripheral, basically, whatnot. And as we turn right here, this is the studio entrance, look like, for this particular studio. And as we get, you know what I'm saying, basically sideways in the room, you start to see the processors that are in the back of the studio right here. You know, we got, let's see if we can make out what kind of processors these are as we turn. I see that big old Bluetooth tech compressor right there. Look like we got some bottled water right there, you know what I'm saying? Like we got some pencils right there in the back. I'm loving this decor and the lighting in the room. And we got this one, look like that's a comfortable ass couch. Once you sit down, your ass is, you know, whatnot, man. But let's see here. Look like we have some what they call this, Brascotti reverb processors or effect processors. Like we got quite a few 500 series processors right there. Look like we got an API rack right here at the bottom. We have a like we got a Pultec EQ here, a La 2A at the top. Look like we got some Neve processors and a Focusrite ISA 4-channel preamp modular processor. There's the couch again. Right over here, look like we got a keyboard synth in the back that look like some type of Moog type of synthesizers. We got 1176 at the bottom. Look like we got some what they call those plugins. I know the name of them. It's a red tag and it starts with R, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not gonna stress myself over that. Look like we got an SSL Fusion processor right there. Look like we got some Heritage Audio processors here, and yeah, look like we got some more Heritage Audio processors. We got a slew of, you know, saying, look like some Chandler Limited processors right there, giving you that Abbey Road sound. And we got some more Abbey Roads type of processors at the top, and I see a couple of distressors at the bottom. We got, look like a Mellotron over here. And, oh, we got the Pro Tools set up right there. If it was my studio, it'd be Studio One, but we ain't gonna say anything. And we come back to the front of house, or the front of the console. Look, this look like a SSL Odyssey console right here. You know what I'm saying? These screens right here kind of gives it that look right there, man. So you just basically did a 360 turn in the room. Now we're gonna talk about this these two knobs right here. This is your output level knob. This is kind of like an ambient knob where you can kind of get more reverberization. And I know I butchered that word up, whatnot, but you get more ambient noise that is in the room, or you know what I'm saying, you can minimize that ambient noise that's in the room, or you can you know what I'm saying, boost that ambient noise or whatnot. That's what I meant by reverberization which is probably made up anyway, man. So don't pay me no mind. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You can turn that up or down to tailor it to your taste or needs or whatnot. And when you turn the studio rotating disc or whatnot, when you hit the 0, it's going to put your dead center in the middle of the room, the way they kind of measured and referenced the room as well. Now you have these 3 buttons right here, and you can spot check on these different monitors that are set up in the room. This is a 3-speaker setup. Look like we have the Yamaha NS10s as near fields, these other GA2s as mid fields, and then our large, you know what I'm saying, our large field or large scale speakers that's built in the wall. Those are the XGs right there. The GA2s and the XGs, never heard of them. Don't know what, you know, saying how they sound or anything like that. But the NS10s, very familiar with those. Excuse me, and how they sound. Very flat monitoring system right there, man. Now talking about this head tracking thing, again, you have to have the NX Bluetooth device to connect to your headphones. That way, when you turn your head like this, this little studio rotating thing will turn left, right, you know what I'm saying, left, right, and left, right, or whatever the case may be. Okay, that's what that is made for, but I do not have the Bluetooth device, so we rely on mouse click and actually simulating when you're moving your head left or right. And again, the headphone EQ, I chose the pair of headphones that I have, which is the ATH M50X from Audio Technica. And then, you know what I'm saying, again, you know, I monitored, I measured my head. So you see head modeling, and you can kind of choose your head modeling and everything like that. They'll give you some measurements or whatever the case may be. But I did my measurements from ear to ear and circumference or whatnot. So my ear to ear measurement was right around about 9.6 or 7. So I just rounded it up and put it at 9.9. And then I took a measurement of the circumference of my head, and I measured out at about 21.567 or something like that. So that's my measurements right there. And you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. I saved it as a preset, and we keep that bad boy trucking right there. Now the cool thing about this plugin, you can bypass it on and off. That way you can hear the dry mix, and you can hear the wet mix of this particular plugin. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we got the plugin off. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over there on this other screen, and I'm gonna play this little part of the mix right here, just so you guys can get a sense of what the mix sounds like dry, and then we'll pull up the plugin and start fiddling around with that plugin to see how and see what it does. Okay, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play in this particular session, and just take a listen to the hook real quick, and so you guys can get familiar with the audio that's in this session. Lights, and let's make love. Cool deal, man. So that's the mix right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and drag this plugin back over here on this screen. Okay, cool deal. Now what we're gonna do is turn on the plugin. All right, now what you heard is not gonna be the same tonality as what you what you heard in the drop mix. It's gonna sound a little altered, so don't be alarmed. If you have the same headphones that I do for as the Audio Technicas, you know what I'm saying, you almost get the sense of what I'm listening to, but of course it's going through YouTube audio and everything like that, so it's not going to be 100%, but it'll give you the sense. That's my disclaimer. All right, we're going to play that little excerpt again right there. I'm going to push it back just a little bit more so you guys can get a good sense of this, and I'm going to hit play. We're going to have this studio monitors on the NS10s, and as it's playing, I'm going to rotate the studio disc right here, so that way you get a sense of the mix moving left and moving right and stuff like that. All right, here we go. It doesn't matter day or night, you know just what I like. cool deal. I'm gonna stop it right here because you see this little white line that represents that you made a full 180 turn. I hope my math is right. Yes, you made a full 180 turn. So now you're in the back of you're actually, excuse me, looking at the back of the studio, and you get a nice view of these wonderful boutique processes right here, man. And you know what I'm saying, just imagine talking to your friends. You know what I'm saying, you got your partner, you got your other partner, or you got your main bitch and your side bitch in the same room. Whatnot. Or you know what I'm saying, or you just got one of them in there, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying, you have to kind of imagine that someone is sitting in here while you're doing the session. It may be the artist, it may be your bitch and the artist, you know what I'm saying, or it just may be both of them combined. Your artist may be your bitch, whatever the case may be. And excuse my language or whatnot, man, but you know what I'm saying, I just had to make y'all laugh somehow, some way. But you know what I'm saying, just real talk though, this is kind of like the 180 position is where you would kind of like turn around in the studio chair and, you know, discuss business. You know what I'm saying, hey, how does it sound? You know what I'm saying, does vocals need to come up, down, what we need to do, X, Y, and Z, or whatnot. We're going to continue. I'm going to replay that same excerpt, and we're going to rotate back around to the front of the studio and talk some more about this plugin. All right, here we go.
It doesn't matter day or night, you know just what I like. You got me yearning, my body's burning. Let's turn down the lights and let's make love.
All right, cool deal. Now I want to talk about something right here. Now you'll see right here, this little disc right here is on R. Excuse me. And so you're kind of like rotated at a 30-degree angle to the right, and then to the left, you're also at a 30-degree angle, or whatnot. So I'm assuming that when they were you know what I'm saying, in the room with the measurement mics and the camera and everything like that, what they did was, it's kind of like wherever they had the camera position with the microphone, they had to make it be as of sense, you know what I'm saying? So if you were sitting in a studio chair, you know what I'm saying, if you was to look to the right of the console to make some changes over here and, you know what I'm saying, do some EQ adjustments, some dynamic adjustments and fader adjustments or whatnot, you would get that sense of you turning your body and your head, making adjustments, and vice versa to the left. You know what I'm saying, you're making adjustments over here. So you may have your drums on the left side of the console, and then you may have all the music on the left side of the console, and then all the vocals on the right side of the console. And then in the middle, you will have like your main bus, your mix bus process in the center, or whatnot. So, and also your speakers, just to get a sense. And if you have to walk over here to the patch bay, you know what I'm saying, you just go over there, talk to somebody, hey, yeah, pull the blue cable, put it in such and such and such and such. Or even if you're working in Pro Tools or Studio One, if you're working in whatever DAW that is on the screen, you're making changes, and it'll also give you a real world sense of how that will sound if you were front of the studio listening and monitoring, and then you come over here to make an adjustment or edit, cut, or whatever the case may be in your DAW. So basically, that's how I kind of like utilize these plugins when I need to do a spot check. So let's go back and do this. We're going to go ahead and hit play, and I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through a scenario on how I use the plugin or whatnot. Now, this mix is already, you know what I'm saying, saved and everything like that. So I don't want to touch anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down 6 decibels, and I'm going to talk you through how I utilize this plugin when I'm doing a spot check. So I'm gonna go to the front, the beginning of the song, and let's go ahead and take a listen. And let's say, for instance, I need to make an adjustment to these ad libs that are about to come in, these background vocals. Okay, I'm gonna go to the right of the console. Okay, and I'm gonna try to make that adjustment. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm making an adjustment to the vocals. Now let's say that bass is too loud. Let's go over here to the left of the console. All right, you make your adjustment to your bass. You come back to the right. You need to make adjustment to the vocals. Now, let's say you need to delete something out of the DAW. You go over here to the DAW. Now, you need to tell somebody to patch a cable in. See what I'm saying? All right, cool deal. So you kind of get the sense of how you need to kind of play around with the plugin and kind of put some real world thought into this plugin for us, how you utilize it. Okay. And that's what I basically, how I use the plugin or whatnot. Now, let's go ahead and switch over to the GA2s, and I'm just going to keep it at the same level. I bumped up that audio, that volume just a little bit. And this is another practice that I do. I kind of turn it down where it's kind of like if I could talk over the music and as if I'm in the room or whatnot. So let's do that real quick. Test 1, 2. Yeah. All right, cool deal. So what we're going to do now is simulate how we would do in the studio. All right, so we're going to go over here in Studio One and make a change. You know what I'm saying? Move some tracks around. Now, I'm going to tell my artist, say, dude, you know what I'm saying? You did your thing on there, man. Keep doing what you want to do. Now, let's say, for instance, you got to make a change on the compressor. So you over here, you're kind of fumbling around on the compressor. Now you got to do an EQ change over here. All right, now you kind of, you know how you do it in a studio chair, you kind of swivel around real quick, like, all right, you back to the front, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool deal. So that's basically how you would kind of have to operate this plugin or whatnot. Now, I don't have the head tracker where I can kind of move my head and this thing will move by itself without even being, you know, it'll move by itself hands free or whatnot, but I don't have that particular piece of gear or whatever the case may be. Let's try to hear the exegy. So the exegy is going to be these big old boxes in the wall right here, man. I can just imagine how thick these bad boys sound. Oh my God. All right, cool deal. So what we're going to do now is do the same type of scenario, kind of move this studio disc around. And I want you guys to notice, if you look real closely, however they did that camera, you'll see the camera kind of dip down as if someone kind of turned down and they're stooping. They kind of what's the term I want to use? They're kind of hunching over to kind of make an EQ adjustment or to talk to an artist or make an EQ adjustment here, and then they kind of sit straight up in the chair and then rotate around. So this is pretty cool, man. And if you don't know, man, like this same type of visual that's going on in the plugin, this is the same type of technology. Like if you're going looking for a home or something like that, and you need to do a virtual tour of the home or whatnot, and you know how you click on a room and it kind of walk you through, and you can turn the mouse and look at around. So these cameras, it's like a big square, and it has these different lenses on there. And there's the camera guy just turns this bad boy around and it collects all the data and taking all these snapshots and putting it together. Some great technology, man. And I think this is the same technology that is put into the visual side of things with this plugin or whatnot. All right, cool. Let's take a listen to the exegies, these big old speakers in the wall right here, and I'll see what that does. Whoa, big sound, right? Big sound. All right, cool. So we're gonna run another scenario. All right, let's hit that back one more time. Let's roll that bad boy back. I'm gonna rewind. Here we go. All right, cool deal. So now you got to make a change on the computer screen. You know what I'm saying? Minimize some tracks. Close out this window. Check your email. All right, you check the email. You got to come over here and make an adjustment on the vocals. Now, let's say that kick is a little bit too loud, so you come over to the right. Now, once you make your fader change to the kick, let's say you got to make an EQ change. So you make your EQ change right here. Now you got to make a change to the compressor on the vocal. All right, so you mess around with the La 2A. I use the La 2A on these vocals, by the way. right, now you got to talk to the artist. Say, big dog. Hey, say, big dog. You got to come a little harder than that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, we're gonna catch it on the next time, the next session. I gotta go home. All right, cool deal. You come back to the front of the studio, and bam, there you go. Or you can hit 0, and there it is right there. Now, again, to show you what the 0 button does. So let's say you had 180 degrees. Boom, just like that. You hit the 0, it's gonna put you back at 0 axis on this studio rotating disc right here, man. So that's just does it right here, man, with this particular plugin right here, man. We're gonna bring that volume down so we can talk over the mix and everything like that, man. So basically that is it, you know what I'm saying, for the plugin right here, man. Pretty cool plugin. It's on sale right now on Wave's website, man. So go ahead and pick up the demo, man. Try it out, and if it's something that you can utilize to do spot checks on your mixes or your beats or anything like that, I highly encourage it, man. Just don't overuse it. If you overuse it and you try to mix with the plugin, that's a big no-no, man. Just spot check a couple of things that you're having problems with inside your own room. That's when you will pull out this plugin. Check it, double check it, triple check it, and then, you know what I'm saying, turn the plugin off. And once you turn the plugin off, you turn it off, then you'll be like that and stuff like that, man. So that's basically it, man. So I just appreciate y'all, man, tuning in, you know what I'm saying, to this portion of In the Yo with your boy, man, Super Mario, man. Hey, again, I just can't say enough, man. I thank y'all for watching this video right here, man. Hitting the like, commenting, you know what I'm saying, subscribing. I appreciate you so much, man. Hey, you know how to use this YouTube app, man. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you like to comment and stuff like that. Let me know how y'all feel about this plugin, and you know what I'm saying, what your thoughts is on the plugin, and if you have it, how you use it. Go ahead and drop that in the comment and stuff like that. Until next time, man, this is your boy Super Mario, man. We out of here, man. Peace.